Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel, Building Miniature Worlds, Part 3. In this video, we'll be continuing to build this afternoon tea time set here. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So we've done this, we've done all these. The next thing we need to do is the photo frames, which is this section here. We've done this here. We glued all of these onto this cardboard here. So the next thing we need to do is we've got to build this, and this, and these four photos. Well, pictures and frames. Yeah. So let's begin. Well, the first thing we've got to do is we've got this gold coloured paper here, and we have our templates here for our picture frames, our pictures and picture frames. So these are our templates that we use. So this section here is the one that we need. I'll just zoom in a little bit there. This is the section we need here, so we need to cut that out. It's not just a guide, it's the actual templates, what we need. So I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to cut this out. So I'm going to start up here. That's our template there. Templates 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got this template and this template there. So we've got more templates here that we'll be using throughout the build, so we'll put that aside. And then it doesn't say this in the instructions, but what I'm going to do is making sure it's not a sticker. Just check it if it's a sticker or not. I'm wondering if it is a sticker. I don't really know. Maybe it's not a sticker. No, it's not a sticker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it onto the back of this gold piece here. I'm going to stick it on there, and then when I cut all these templates out, it will cut them out in gold. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of here, and then I'm going to stick it right into the corners there, so that we've got space here and here, because we've still got to use, I think we've still got to use some of this gold somewhere else, I think. So I'm going to get the glue out again, which I've got it here, and I'm not going to use a lot because it's paper. I'm going to put a blob there and a blob there. I'm going to get a brush, if I can find one, if I've got my brushes out. Oh yeah, I've got some cheapy brushes here, kind of cheapy throwaway brushes here. So let me just see if I can. I'm just going to just cover the back of here and on this side as well. I'm just going to cover it completely in glue. Yeah, I might need a bit more. Just get another blob of glue. there, so it's completely covered. Just turn it over. So I'm just going to stick it onto the back of this gold here. So I'm going to get it right into the corner, like that. See how it looks. Push it down. Might have to actually lift it. Oh no, that's not going well at all. Oh dear. Oh no. That's not gone well. That's not gone well at all. Let me just even out a lot of these creases. It's not stuck down too well actually. I'm going to get some glue on a cocktail stick. I'm going to rescue this because it's. I thought I'd be able to stick it down and maybe move it somewhere else if I could, if I needed to, but that's not going to happen. Once it's stuck down, it tears if you peel it off. Oh well, there we go. I suppose it is paper, so I'm going to just put enough glue here so it will stick down. It's not exactly where I wanted it, and it's very creased now. But this side isn't creased, so it's fine. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and then I'll cut all my templates out. You only get to see a bit of them anywhere because it's like the edges of the picture frames, so you don't actually see all of it. It's just trimming. So I'm going to leave that to dry. That's quite messy. I was trying to get as far into the corner as possible because in case I needed more of this for something else. I didn't want to stick it right in the middle, but I was going to move it and then slide it down, but there it is. I'm sure we will be fine. So I'll leave that to dry and I'll come back. Cool, so I've cut this section away here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut each one of these out. That's better. So I'm going to cut each one of these out. And these little corner bits. Let's put this off camera slightly. Yeah, these little corner sections here I'm going to cut out. And turn the knife that way so I can see where I'm cutting. And that would be the way. Away from myself here, and then here. See how really small they are. Just being careful where to cut there, and then wherever I position it, I'm cutting away from myself so that I can see where my starting point is, which is here, and I'm going to cut like that. So we've got that kind of shape. Let me just clean that up a little bit. So that's the kind of we're looking for, you see. I'm just going to do the rest of them. Remove them from their housings. And if I thought that one was small, this one is even smaller. Just line it up there. Now we need to cut the corners off here. Not that way. Very small. Last corner on this one, which is here. Just line that up there. There. See how small it is? Cut all the four corners off it. This is the next one here. I'm going to turn it that way so that I don't accidentally slice through that. So cut there, and because we do need this circle, and then we need this section here as well. So let's trim off the edges on this. Don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see me cutting it. So line it up there. Whoa, that did move, which it shouldn't have done. Let me just line it up again. I need to press down really hard. Get that side. I need to press down really hard or it will move, it will shift and it will cut not where I want it to, so I'm going to press down really hard this side, because it's quite tough now because it's two layers. It's the paper layer and it's the gold layer, so it's actually slightly thicker than paper to cut through. So let's just hold it down. There we go. And then we've got to cut the corners off. This should be fun to do that there, and then we do the one on the other side at the same time. There. And we do cut the edges off here. So we line them two up at the same time. So we cut, let's press down, cut there, and cut up there. And then we need to cut this one off. Line them both up there. Then press down really hard and then cut that off. So that's off, and cut up there away from me so I can see the line, and then cut here. That should be off now, and then cut here, there. So that's that one done there. As you can see, let's just move all these excess pieces away. So we're getting our trimmings for our photo frames. So what I want to do is I want to do this one here, this long strip here. That should be interesting. Now that it's got a massive crease all the way through it, so let's line it up. It's not even straight anymore, so I'm gonna have to there. Just gonna press down. Turn it around and line it up and press it down. Oh no, it shifted. Look at that, it shifted. Look at that. It shifted. That's fine. I'll just have to make another one. I'll just have to measure it and make another one. Yeah, that's probably that. I just shifted. Yeah, I can make another one. It's fine. I'll have to measure it. Anyway, let's moving on. So we've got this one here, this round one here. So I'm just going to cut it away from here, and then I'm going to separate these two. Yeah, I was pressing down really hard, but it separated, which was really weird. So I'm just going to cut this round. Let's trim that. There we go, round. That's our round one. I'm going to have to make a new one of these. I'm going to have to kind of measure it, because I think maybe it was like that. Yeah, I've got to make a new one. Funny. That is funny. It's funny but not funny, but you know. Yeah, I'll make a new one of these and I'll come back. So I did actually manage to make a new one of these here. So these are all our gold frames there. And what we've got to do is, if you remember before, we stuck this onto this piece of card. These are the frame sizes. So we've got to cut these out and then add these frames to these. So I'm going to cut them out. That might be slightly tougher because it's cardboard and not paper. See how we're getting on. That is quite tough. It's because it's cardboard. Quite tough to cut through. Yeah, you got to kind of slice through it a couple of times because it is quite thick. And just score across this. There. Just checking this. So that sits inside there, like that. So we're cutting this line here, not this line. Line it up properly. There we go. There we go. That's it. That sits inside there, and then the artwork sits on top. These fold over and create the frame. So that's the first one. But the only thing is they're just going to get smaller and smaller and smaller from here onwards. Well, it is called Miniature World, so yes, I think if they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller is all part of the deal. Yeah, that's coming out. Score across there just to release it. about to get even smaller. There. Line it up. And then this last side here, that I've kind of gone over slightly, but that's okay. So we just need to free this one out. There. And then we've got these two, but we can cut them out with scissors because they're circles. There's something there. I don't know what that is. I think it's probably important. It's A1, A16. I'm not sure what that is at the moment, so I'm going to leave it in place. So we just need to cut these two circles out. So we've got A21 and A121 and A122. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with them at the moment. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with them too. Okay. So I won't cut them out yet because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with them. Although I think I need to cut this one out. I think I need to cut this one out because it's. I think this sticks on the top. Is it on top of there? On top of there. Yeah, I need to cut this one out. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this one yet. Yeah, so I'll cut the big one out because I do know what I'm doing with that. Let me just trim them off then. There. Just that in there. Trim it around there. So what happens is this. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but this wraps around here. It wraps around there like that, and it glues in place. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'm really not sure how I'm going to be able to do that. because it seems to be, this is really small, so I need to maybe put glue on there and then wrap it around here. That's not going to be easy. Like to hold it in place. I'll have to think about that. Right, so what I've decided to do is I've decided to put glue all the way around this edge. I know how thin it is, it's very thin. I'm going to put glue all the way around the edge. I just need to put something down here. Okay, so I'm going to put glue all the way around the edge. It's not going to be easy because the edge of it is so tiny. And then I'm going to try and fold it around and see how that works. So basically what I need to do is just glue the edges like that. I'm not really sure how I can hold it. Let's get glue off there. So we just need to glue all the way around the edges. And I need more glue. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to be an easy thing to do. So I'll take that glue off there, the excess off there. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to hold it and glue it all the way around the edges like that. So glue around all those edges there. Pull that glue off there. Oh, that's not working at all. It's getting glue all over there where I don't want it to be. Glue on that edges. I don't know how I'm going to do all 4 edges. Try holding this here and getting glue on all the edges. No, this doesn't actually hold. Okay, let's get glue around all the edges. I'm not sure that's working. And then we need to sit it down here and fold this around. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I really don't know how I'm going to do it. So hold that in there. And then I need to fold all the edges around it. I don't know how that's going to stick on. There, like that. So get that. And fold the edges around. Like that. I really don't know how that's going to stay like that. That's basically what we have to do. I mean, what I might do is, once it's dry, I might get a bit of super glue and just feed it into where the 2 edges meet. That seems to have worked somewhat, although they're coming apart a little bit. There. Yeah. See, if I got a tiny bit of super glue on a cocktail stick, I could probably just hold these 2 edges together like that, long enough for me to get a bit of super glue on the end of this cocktail stick here, and then just put a tiny bit of super glue in here like that, there, and then just hold these 2 pieces together like let's just feed that round. Hold these 2 pieces together like that. And hopefully the super glue will hold them together. So basically making it like a bottle top out of paper. There. I'm going to leave that to dry, and then what I'm going to do when it's dry, I'm going to put I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue into where those two sides meet to kind of bond them together, because this piece sits on the top, not on that side, but on the bottom side there. So I'll turn it over and that'll stick on top of there. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun, but that's not that bad, you know. I mean, my issue is, will it actually come off this yellow piece of paper now? That's what I'm wondering. I need something really thin, like a knife. I just need to see if it will separate the two. Seems like it's stuck a little bit. Hopefully it's not stuck onto the yellow paper. Let's see if we can just feed a knife around it and just remove it. So I don't want it stuck onto this paper. Just having a look. There, it's off, it's off. There, that's it. There. Yeah, so I'm gonna put some glue inside here all the way around to bond these two sides together. That's what I'll do when I come back. So we've got all our pieces together for our round picture. So like I was saying, all on the edge there, I glued this to this, and then I put some super glue inside the edge just to bond those two together. So the next thing we've got to do is, this gold piece sits on here, then this sits on top of that, and the picture sits on top of that. So I'm just going to do this just to finish this round one. There we go. So spread this glue around on here. It's very small. Okay, let's spread the glue around. Let's take the excess off. See how small it is. So this gold piece sits on top of there. And just slide it into place like that. Sits on there. So it's completely gold all the way around. Let me just see if I can turn it so it sits better. Like there. Okay, so this gold piece sits on top of here. Like that. So you've got gold on the side and gold on the front. Then this piece sits on top of here. So I'm going to put a bit of glue down, just a little bit this time, not as much as that. I'm going to use tweezers for this. So this piece sits in the middle. So this piece sits here, like that. Let's just position it there. So that piece sits there. And then this piece, I'm going to actually glue on the back of this, because it'll probably be easier to glue the back, because it's so small. I'm going to put like a blob, just a blob of glue there. There. Spread it around a little bit there. Like that. Spread it as much as I can. Like that there, yeah. Now this piece sits right in the middle there. There, like that. there. So that's our picture frame there. It's very stacked, but that's how that goes. I think that's how that goes. And that's how it looks, the picture. We've got merch for the channel. The link's in the description. We've got Nerd Creative merch, and we've also got Stay Creative merch. Get what you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.